I have two horses here that we just started under saddle recently in the last couple of weeks. I have not showed you any videos of them yet. I have a couple that'll be going home soon. I'll have videos on the new ones. The new horses that I have not shown you riding is Zyla and Chewbacca. We call him Chewy. We'll have videos of them coming out soon. This is Athena. I've done a few videos of her. This is the one that had a lot of go, and I used the cows to help slow that down. She still has a lot of go, but now that go is a little more controlled. I'm going to walk a couple of circles. She walked off before I asked her to. We'll walk a couple of circles, then we're going to stop and get off and get on again. I want her to wait until I say it's okay to walk off. Let's come back around, we'll get on it again. This is a nice horse. She don't do anything bad. She just has a lot of go, a lot of desire to go forward. There's nothing wrong with that, if that's what you want in a horse. Doesn't do anything bad. Good girl, that was better. Now let's walk a couple circles. I ride a lot of green horses, obviously. And I got in the habit of every time we walk off, I'm going to have one rein in my hand. And we're going to walk off into a couple of circles. That's going to keep me safe. And that's also going to let the horse know that I control speed and direction. Because if they go too fast, I can pull their nose around, make that circle smaller, which makes it harder to go fast. Change directions. Even older horses that I ride, I'm always going to start off by walking a couple of circles. It's one of the things that I do that helps to keep me safe. So, in the beginning with this horse, she had a lot of go, didn't have much stop. I think she had 30 days on her when I got her. She was broke as far as she didn't want to buck, but she didn't really know anything. I was tracking cows on her. I've done that a good bit to help. What the cows did was they got her slowed down and gave me a reason to kind of point her nose and steer her around so that she didn't just pull forward. Didn't just pull on my hands and go forward, because without the cows, that's what she was wanting to do. She had a lot of go, trying to keep it under control. So I had a lot of contact on her face. The cows allowed me to point her face to position on the cow in a way that she was happy with, she didn't resent. I use the cows a lot for that. It's kind of like just out here, just steering around like this, the horses really don't see no point in it. They're going around in circles, and a horse that really has any sense is going to be like, I just did a circle, why are we doing another circle? So by tracking cows, that gives what we're doing a purpose. Horses are a lot happier, and I make a lot more progress with the horses training if there's a purpose. And you see with her, once in a while, she'll kind of get her nose up. In the past, that would be her speeding up. She still has the desire to go faster. It's just more in control. So while I have this nice relaxed walk going, what I want to do is I want to work some on moving her body over. I couldn't do much of that in the beginning because every time I put leg contact on her, she'd want to speed up. This horse, all Western horses are going to eventually go one-handed. And when you steer one-handed, you need some neck rein, you need some leg control. So let's start by pushing with my left leg, right here behind the girth. Ask her to step. See how as soon as I put pressure, she wanted to speed up. It's okay. She's going to learn the program. She's already learning the program because she didn't trot off like she would have in the past. A little bit of push with my leg, and you see I'm pushing her shoulder over to the right. We had some rain the other day, and horses really enjoyed playing in the mud. I actually had a lesson on that one this morning. That's Ringo. And he did really good. Nice turn to the right. This horse is getting relaxed. She still has plenty go, but she's starting to move more relaxed. Now let's see if I can push with my right leg. Tip her nose to the right. Push with my right leg right here at the girth. She's pushing into me a little bit. See her kind of fuss about my leg. This side isn't quite as nice. Wanting to go forward. Ask again. Ask again. Just wanting to fuss about this one. There we go. There. I needed to take a hold of her face, get her to break at the pole a little bit. Then she stepped sideways. That's just a little bit of framing the horse up to make it easier to do what I'm asking her to do. By asking her to break at the pole, bring her chin in, that lifted the shoulder up and made what I was asking her to do easier. Let's do that again. Soften her face. Soften. Soften. There we go. Push. Push. Good girl. A little bit of left leg. Let's make it. Bring her shoulders over. Now let's turn to the left and use some right leg. There we go. Good girl. So the horse will always move off of leg pressure. I can use my left leg to push the horse this way. Or I can use the left leg to make the turn smaller. Let's ask for a stop. Get her straight, a little better position in the camera. Stop. We need to get that stop better. What we're going to do, we're going to work on, oh, nope. That's that forward. She's still wanting to go forward. Let's ask for a back. Shift her mind into back up. Now right there, she's pushing through the bit. I'm not letting her, but the other thing that I'm doing, you probably can't see, is I have her head tilted to the right just a little bit. I'm never going to just pull back on both reins with their head straight. I'm going to bend it a little bit and then ask for the back. Bend it a little bit, then ask for the back. There we go. Bend it to the left a little bit this time. And back. Again, left and back. There we go. Now let's step off to the left. I guess he thinks it ought to be supper time. I just rode him. He's a horse I just got off of. I guess he worked up an appetite. Push up my left leg. There we go. Okay, so I got on her and I haven't trotted her or anything. We've just been walking, steering around. She's pushing forward through the bit. I'm going to ask her to trot just a little bit. See if I can get some of that forward out of her. What I'm wanting to do here, I'm not trotting her to take wind out of her. I'm trotting her, I'm not trotting her to get tired either. I'm trotting her to get her mind more in a situation that should be more agreeable to what I'm asking her to do. And let's trot. Turn. Turn. Just had somebody ask me the other day in the comments, what to do with a hot horse that just wants to go. And she is a good example. You can't just keep pulling, because then they're just going to run through the bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn her, bring her in a circle. Working in a corner like this helps a little bit. Turn, turn. And that will get her kind of, when I turn, that gets her balanced a little bit better. And it works kind of like a half halt on a green horse that doesn't know how to half halt. Turn, turn, turn. And you notice I'm getting soft in between. You have to get soft. You can't just keep pulling. If you keep pulling, then the horse is just going to pull back. So when I get over to the fence this time, I'm going to ask her to stop, and then we'll trot the other way. Whoa. And we're going to turn to the fence. I'd rather her plant her back end better and turn her front end. And let's trot this way. That's what she's giving me right now. Turn, get soft. Turn, get soft. Turn, soft. Turn, she's not wanting to turn there, she poked her shoulder out. That's when I add a little bit of left leg and bring the shoulder across. That's why I made sure I had some leg control, moving the shoulders, before I started this exercise. And like right then, you saw I had her nose pointed to the right, but she was still going over to the left. Steering does not come from the face. Steering comes from the shoulders. I can point the nose and ask the shoulders to follow the face, but they're not always, they're not always going to. So when they're not going to follow the face, I need a little bit of outside rein, a little bit of outside leg, ask the shoulders to come around and follow the face. Left leg, left rein. If you watch her head, it'll go up, and it'll go down, it'll go up, kind of go all around. She'll get it up, she'll get a little stiff, she'll get it down, she'll relax. There's a correlation between whether her head is up and stiff or down and relaxed to her footfall. Her footfall is better, more relaxed and better when her head is a little bit lower and more relaxed. When her head gets up and gets stiff, her footfall is going to be harder and shorter strided, and she'll hit the ground heavier on her front end. Get soft and walk. Good girl. A bit of right leg there. There we go. Reinforce my steering. Left leg. See her kind of pin her ears and get pushy. She needs to get a little softer to that. She's not really doing anything bad, but she's complaining about it. And the thing is, once she gets better about moving, then I won't push as hard, I won't push as long, then she won't complain. That's the thing about riding young horses. They don't know what I'm asking them to do. They're learning, they're in the learning process. So in the process of learning, they're going to make mistakes, they're going to get stiff, they're going to push into the pressure. That's just all part of the learning process. And this is going to end up being a nice horse. I've just had to basically work her like she's a thoroughbred because her mind is so forward. So this is Athena. I'll put a link up here to some of the other videos I've done over. The one where we're working cows was really interesting. Until next time, thank you for watching.